With those 8 days and with some the sort of stability in our numbers that we want to see, I can confirm that on Monday, private sector businesses will be able to go to 50% working from the office, and public sector will go to 25%. As you know, we have kept the public sector back a bit to enable greater capacity in the private sector. This is really important. It won't mean every worker, obviously it's 50%, but it's a positive step forward. I think pausing for the week was the right choice to make, given there was some uncertainty, but now 8 days of zero means we can make that announcement. That gives some notice. I'm sure people would always like more notice rather than less, but that decision was only made this morning by our public health team. So I can confirm that. I can also confirm that we will revert back to the mask wearing protocols, that again from 11:59 p.m. this Sunday, the 17th. So from Monday, the 18th, we'll revert back to the Christmas mask settings. So everyone would remember, because people have been very compliant and been doing a great job. We moved from not just shopping centres, supermarkets, public transport, those sorts of environments where you would wear a mask or where you couldn't maintain 1.5 metres. We moved to all indoor settings. We will go back to just those higher risk settings, if you like. So if you're going to Chadstone, if you're going to Coles, Woolworths, Aldi, those sorts of settings, the people are very well aware of basically the Christmas settings rather than the New Year settings. There'll be advice on our website just to reconfirm and update everybody in case they need any guidance. But we know that masks have been a very important insurance policy. When you think about a person who we believe was infectious or may well have contracted the virus, it's uncertain, that's the nature of a mystery case, but there are many different examples. Out Boxing Day sales, out and about, moving throughout the community, in large areas where large numbers of people gather, people that are not necessarily known to you. Masks do serve a very important purpose, and that is that extra layer, that extra level of protection against transmitting this virus. It is a small impost. I know no one enjoys wearing a mask, particularly at this time of year, but at the same time, the inconvenience of wearing a mask in those, from Monday, those pre-New Year's settings. So when you're out grocery shopping, when you're in an indoor environment like the ones we've listed, then it just makes sense. The inconvenience of that is but a fraction of all the difficulty and the challenge that we face if we have extra cases, and particularly if those cases get away from us. So those changes are both to working from the office, but also masks will be effective from essentially midnight on Sunday night, so from Monday. Just in relation to Sydney and the red zone, I've got no announcements to make today, but I can foreshadow what we are working towards delivering as soon as is safe. We are working to reduce the total red zone down to some priority or local government areas of highest concern. If conditions in Sydney are suitably favourable for us to be able to reduce our focus down to a smaller geographical footprint and therefore a smaller number of people, then we will absolutely do that. That is becoming increasingly important given the return of school and the fact that there may well be, not yet certain, but there may well be quarantine requirements upon those people when they come back to Melbourne or any other part of our state. We will make those announcements and confirm those arrangements as soon as we possibly can. The situation, the rules, the settings are assessed multiple times every single day by the public health team. And as soon as they have advice to me that the conditions are suitably favourable, that it's safe for us to have those people come back, we will do that without a moment's notice. Now I understand and I appreciate, as I think all Victorians do who are not in that situation, there is real empathy and a sense of acknowledgement that this is not for many, many people the summer holiday that they wanted. We will get you home as soon as it is safe to do so. And we will update you on that as soon as we can. And that work, that assessment, that very difficult call is made and assessed. Those assessments are made every single day. So I appreciate and understand that it is not an easy time for those people, but at the same time, we have to safeguard the precious thing that all Victorians have built and that all Victorians can be very, very proud of. So it's not about anything other than following public health advice. And I can reconfirm for all of you, for every single Victorian, if I get public health advice in a week or a month to close a border or to declare an area a red zone and therefore not allow travel to or from, I won't hesitate to do that. The alternative, of course, and I just ask people to think about this for a moment, is to ignore the very data, the very doctors, the very science that saw us do what no other part of the world has been able to do, and that is defeat a second wave. Now, of course, that was a partnership between the community and our advisors and the government and all of our team working together. That hasn't changed. But if you start cherry picking and only following the advice that you like, then we will undermine everything that we have built. And I'm just not prepared to do that. Whether it's popular or not, that is not my concern. Doing what is right is the key here, and that's exactly what I intend to do going forward.